In this lesson, we're going to talk about limits of infinity, and we're going to do 4 different examples that you mostly encounter with. So let's get started. Well, the first type of examples or questions that you mostly see is this type of form. So when you counter this question is so easy. So it says that limit of x goes to infinity, 3x raised to 2 minus 2x plus 1 and the whole over 5x raised to 2 plus 2. So when you guys get this type of question, the first thing that you have to look at is just look at the power or the exponent or this one. So when you look at the exponent in this spot on the denominator, when you look at the exponent, is there any other exponent that's just higher than this one? So you can literally say that there's no other exponents or there's no other power that's higher than these two, because this one is 1. This one actually has a 1 exponent, and this one, since this is this is constant, we're gonna have a 0 exponent for this. So when you compare these 2 exponent and 1 exponent and 0 exponent, the highest is which one? So the highest will be 2. So since the highest is 2, I'm gonna take 3x raised to 2. I'm gonna take this one, and I can also eliminate this thing. I don't need this one anymore because I've already chosen the thing that I needed. So 3x raised to 2 will be the thing that I need or that I'm gonna use to figure out the answer. So we're done with the denominator now. So when you count the denominator part of this part, look at the whole thing and look at the exponent part actually. So when you look at the exponent, this one, since this is a constant, we're gonna get 0. So we get the 0 exponent over here. So when you look at the exponent, which one is the highest? So when you look at the exponent, the highest exponent is this one or this 2. 2 is always greater than 0. So my last answer will be what? Since I got these two parts or this one or these two parts are, the highest exponents, they got the highest exponents. So it means that I don't need this part and I also don't need this one. So my last answer will be 3 over 5. I'm sorry guys, this seems a little bit complicated, but the thing is, I want you guys to understand the concept. So the whole thing or the whole idea is just let me raise this thing and I want you guys to understand it. So the whole concept and idea is just the first thing that I did is just I compared. So when you compare the exponents, when I compare the exponent, the highest exponent is this part and also this part. And the rest is not necessary since they are kind of like the minor. And then after that, to figure out the answer, all you have to do is just, since you got the exponent and then the constant number that has the exponent will be your last answer. So I hope you guys understand it. It's just all about figuring out which one is the highest exponent, and then after that you're gonna take the constant number that has the highest exponent. So this one will be my last answer done. So as I told you guys, this part is so, or the type of question that is in this form is so easy. Because all you have to do is just figure out which one's the highest exponent, and then and then you're gonna get the answer. So this is it, and this is all you have to do. Actually, we're not gonna say that 3x raised to 2 over 5x raised to 2. We don't need this part. So what I mean by that we don't need this part is uh, you don't write this part in your answer. You only need this one to figure out which one is my answer or which one that I use, which constant number that I use. So you don't write this part in your answer. But the thing is just this is it, and this is all you have to do. And just figure out. So the steps are, the first step will be what? The first step would be finding out the exponent, and then the second step will be writing the constant number that has the highest exponent. So this is it for this type of form. So now let's go to some other type of forms and let's just see some type of uh, questions. So when you count to the second question, it says that the limit of x goes to infinity, 3x minus 5, the whole over 2x raised to 2 plus x plus 1. Well, this one is so easy, and the reason for that is if you guys got this type of example that the exponent in the denominator is higher than the denominator, your answer will always become 0. So what I mean by that is just as you guys can see, this part has one exponent, and since this is constant, we have 0 exponent over here. And when we count the denominator part, we got these two exponents. So this 2 is higher than the 1. So since this is the case, I'm going to say 0, or 0 is my answer. So all the time, if you guys got the type of question that the exponent in the denominator's part is always greater than the denominator, your answer will always become 0. So this is it. Just trying to understand the thing. Since this is higher than this one, or since this exponent is higher than the denominator part, my answer becomes 0. So this is it. Now let's go to the C, or the third example. So if we encounter the third example, uh, as you guys can see, this part, or the higher exponent, is not in the denominator, it's just in the numerator. So in this case, my answer cannot be 0, since this part is not in the denominator's part, it's just in the numerator's part. So for that reason, it cannot be 0. But the thing that it can be, or how you deal with this type of form, is you just cancel the thing, or the unnecessary part. I don't need this part because I get the highest exponent, and I also don't need this part, this constant number, since the exponent of this constant number is 0. So 0 is less than 1, since this one is 1, or since the power of this expression is 1. So I don't need this one too. This one is also necessary. So I'm going to say that 9x raised to 2, the whole over 3x. So this whole thing is the same as 9x raised to 2, the whole over 3x. And now to figure out the answer, this one is actually the same as 9x times by x, the whole over 3x. So it means that I can cancel these two x's, and then this will be, we need to find 9 by 3, you're gonna get 3. So this will be 3x. So my answer will be 3x, but that's not my last answer though, since I got the x. So this is actually the same as 3 times by this one, or this thing. So 3 times by infinity. So 3 times by infinity is what? Is infinity. So my answer will be infinity. So if you guys got this type of form, all you have to do is just first cancel the unnecessary part, and then solve the thing that you need, or some of the necessary things. So that's it, and that's all thing you have to do. So now let's go to the last form of equation, so the last type of question that you mostly encounter with. So now let's do it. Well, when you counter this question is a little bit complicated, since we got the two expressions. So, but it's not actually what you think. It's just so easy. So all I have to do is just, in the first example, I told you that the one with the highest exponent is the thing that we needed. So actually, before I do the answer, before I tell you the answer, I want you guys to start the video and try this one. So this one is gonna help you to just, understand the concept. So I want you guys to stop the video and try by yourself and see if you get the answer. So but when we counter this one, when we just try to deal with it, the thing with this one is, first you have to do this one separately, and then you're gonna do this one separately. So when I do this one, this specific one specifically, separately, when I do it this one, my answer became 5 over 4, and the reason for that is the highest power is 5 over 4. I don't need this, but this whole thing is unnecessary. So, I don't think you guys need any interpretations or any explanation for this, because we've done this type of question in the first example. So for that reason, this will be my answer. So when you counter the second one, or this one, when you counter this part, what my answer is going to be 0, since the power that's found in the denominator part is higher than the numerator. So all the time when you get this type of question, or this type of form, your answer is all the time it is 0, just since you got the highest power in the denominator. So then that's it. So 5 over 4 plus 0 is 5 over 4, and then that will be your last answer done. So this is it. This is all you have to do when you calculate the limits of infinity. So this is it, guys, and thanks for watching, and have a good day.